To understand the ancient kingdom of Videha, we first have to locate it. The territory was bounded by the Ganges River to the south and walled in by the massive, imposing peaks of the Himalayas to the north. Popular tradition often treats Janaka as the personal name of a single man, the father of Goddess Sita. Mapping the texts reveals that Janaka is actually a royal title. It functioned like the terms Caesar or Pharaoh, passing down through more than 50 generations of Videha kings. Mistaking a dynastic title for an individual man hides the centuries of historical and geopolitical evolution that shaped ancient India. To restore that depth, we are going to reconstruct the unbroken family tree of the Videha kings, tracing them directly down to the Ramayana era. The genealogical data compiled for this structural map is collected, created, and presented by Pawan Thakur of Thakur Property Consultancy. The lineage begins with a divine succession, dropping from Brahma down to the node of Vaivasvata Manu. From Manu, the line descends to King Ikshvaku. He serves as the shared ancestor for multiple massive epic lineages. Establishing Ikshvaku's precise position on this map provides the structural context for the entire Ramayana narrative. Ikshvaku had several sons, but it was Prince Nimi who initiated the specific lineage that would rule the eastern Gangetic plains. During a major yagya, a conflict with the sage Vashishta resulted in a curse that permanently separated King Nimi's soul from his physical body. Deprived of his physical form, the king became known as Videha, literally the bodiless. This eventually became the permanent name of his entire kingdom. Left without a living heir, the attending sages agitated Nimi's lifeless body. This generated a biological son, a boy named Mithi. Mithi constructed a new capital city, Mithila. Upon taking the throne, he was the first ruler to formally adopt the royal title Janaka. The dynasty's literal birth from a bodiless king tied the future rulers to the spiritual and philosophical identity of their land. The succession accelerates through the next 4 generations, moving past Uravasu and Nandivardhana to reach the 5th king, Suketu. The 6th descendant, Devarata, anchors a major shift for the dynasty, bringing a crucial artifact into their possession. When a ritual known as Daksha's Yagya was violently interrupted and collapsed, Lord Shiva was moved to intense anger. To protect his immensely powerful divine bow, the Pinaka, Shiva entrusted it directly to Devarata for safekeeping. Housing the Pinaka transformed the Janakas from regional monarchs into recognized divine custodians. Over the following centuries, kings spanning from Brihadratha to Swarnarama fostered an era of intellectual growth. The kingdom became a sanctuary for Vedic culture, financing philosophers like Yajnavalkya and turning Mithila into an intellectual center. This long era of patronage condenses on our timeline, passing through dozens of names until we arrive at the 20th Janaka, King Hrasvaroman. Facing an increasingly volatile geopolitical landscape, Hrasvaroman had to secure his territory before retreating to the forest for his ascetic retirement. His decisions regarding the division of his kingdom between his heirs would determine the region's stability for the coming epic era. Hrasvaroman split his legacy. He left the primary kingdom to his elder son, Siradwaja, and charged him with protecting the younger brother, Kushadwaja. Siradwaja is the historical Janaka of the Ramayana. He rules Mithila and discovers the adopted infant Sita while plowing a sacrificial field. His reign was immediately challenged by King Sudanva, who launched an invasion to conquer the region of Sankasya. Siradvaja immediately mounted a massive military retaliation, successfully defeating and killing the aggressor to protect the Videha borders. After the victory, Siradvaja installed his brother Kushadvaja as the new ruler of Sankasya, creating a unified sister kingdom. Siradvaja operated as a strategic military leader, actively defending his borders and securing the region's long-term prosperity. The marriages at the center of the Ramayana served to consolidate power between the houses of Mithila and Ayodhya. The pairing was exhaustive. Siradvaja's daughters Sita and Urmila, and Kushadvaja's daughters Mandavi and Shrutakirti were wed to the 4 princes of Ayodhya. Zooming out on our timeline reveals the structural connection. The grooms from Ayodhya and brides from Mithila trace their ancestry back to the exact same ancestor, King Ikshvaku. These 4 marriages bridged the 2 sprawling family trees, rejoining lineages separated for centuries. This consolidation represented the geopolitical reunification of the ancient solar dynasty's 2 primary branches. The Janaka monarchical lineage continued for several generations after the Ramayana, but eventually internal stability began to erode. The record traces down to a final entry, King Kirti. His atrocities and loss of administrative control shattered the ancient social contract between the ruler and the ruled. This led to a historic public uprising directed by the Acharyas, the intellectual class. They successfully removed King Kirti from power. Following the revolution, Videha abandoned the monarchy, transitioning into an aristocratic republic under the Vajika League. While the monarchy ended in revolution, the preservation of this 52-generation record provides an unbroken technical map of ancient Indian succession, remaining a primary reference for the region's early history.